I wanted to address this comment because this is very similar to how I write. Some people are big planners, they know everything that's going to happen in their book. Some people are pantsers, and they don't know anything that's going to happen until they write it. And then you have the people that are kind of in between, like me and this person commenting, where we know kind of what the beginning is going to be, something that's going to happen in the middle, we know the end, we might know some other points throughout, but usually we're improvising on a lot of other stuff, kind of in between everything. And this is a really liberating and fun way to write because you have a lot of freedom to go however you need to go and however really feels natural for the characters and for the story to get from this point to this point. You know, you have the space in between to do what you need to do and you're not forcing yourself into your plan. However, it can be really intimidating because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how to get to from the beginning to the middle and from the middle to the end. It's really hard to know what to do if you're not planning. So my biggest piece of advice for this, just go for it, just write, just get something on the page because it's a lot easier to edit something than to work with nothing. So for example, a lot of the times when I'm writing, again, I know kind of how I want it to start. I know some points kind of throughout, but I don't know how to get from one to the next. So typically I just go for it. I just write something and then I stop. I don't usually wait until I finish the book to edit. I very much am a edit as I go kind of person. So I'll kind of stop periodically and see, all right, does this work for what I've been doing? Does this help me get to this point anymore? And once I get to that middle point, I can really look back too and be like, all right, is this on track? Like, does this make sense from how it's going to the beginning to the middle? And then am I lining myself up for how I need to get to the ending? You don't need to plot out every little point that's going to get there. You just need to kind of check in with yourself and make sure that it's on track with how you think it'll help set you up for success. Now, I'm not saying my method works for everybody, because I know some people are like, don't edit until it's done, and that's fine. If that's how you prefer to roll, cool. I'm glad you found the method that works for you. For me, I very much prefer to edit as I go. It just makes it a lot easier on me in the long run, and I personally cannot focus on coming up with anything new. If something in my brain is telling me, wait, stop, go back, there's something you need to fix, which happens a lot. So if you're like me and this commenter and you know some of the points that are going to happen throughout the book, but you're kind of improvising on the rest of it, you're not alone. Just get the words out and then you can always go back and change them if it's turning out that it's not really working out for how you wanted things to go. There's always, you can always edit. That's really the summary of all this. You can always edit, just get words on a page. But you got this. It's exciting. It's a fun way to write. It's very freeing.